All right, now we're going to work on the actual iris of the eyes, and there's a couple different ways to do that. The first way we're going to do that is we're going to go to our action over here, and we're going to click play. Oh, make sure you're up here on this folder, and then select the eyes and hands, and then hit play. So what this has done is it's created a folder with a hue saturation that I've done that kind of enhances the eyes. So we select this black mask, make sure that we're on white, okay, and we're going to turn this flow all the way up. All right, we're going to zoom in on the eye. Okay, now she has darker eyes, and there's me taking the photo in the reflection there. But we can take the areas that are not black, so you can't really see her iris, but it's right there. And we're going to paint in that area. I might actually zoom out just a little bit. It's a little bit too big. And we'll make our brush. We can do this in one fell swoop, just sort of like this. Okay? And we've just the color of the eye. So you have the dark area at the edge, and then the iris in the middle. And on the other eye, we can do the same thing, but there's not too much color showing here. So it's not going to be the same. But here's what we can do to enhance that. So the eye hue and saturation is at 75%. We can boost it or reduce it. I typically leave it at about 75%. You don't have to do too much. Actually, for this one, 75% is pretty good. And then you can toggle these. Obviously, if you take the lightness out, it kind of ruins it, or you can boost it. Looks like 21% might be pretty good. Let's turn that off and on. And the difference that made. Not too much on this photo, but if you have a really sharp eyeball that really brings out the natural colors of their eyes. We probably leave that at about 15% is okay for me. And then that's pretty much it for the eyes. You can toggle it on and off how you like. It does have a pass-through filter on that, and then this is on color dodge. You can change the blend mode for it to whatever you like, but I particularly like color dodge. Let's pull that out and let's see the difference that made. Enough for me. Doesn't have to be that great. She has shadow on her eye, so I don't want to play with it too much. If you use a diffusion filter when you take the photo, it spreads the light out and it gets rid of a lot of these harsh shadows. But we were on a bridge and we just decided to take a nice, quick, beautiful shot of her face. So now that we have the eyes done, we can actually go back down to the burn layer in the frequency separation. We can go in on this eye. I'll start out on the eyes, and then I'm going to do a section on dodge and burn right after this video. So in here, we want to make the iris darker. You can't really see it, so I'm sort of imagining where it is. Right about there. Okay? And that's really way too dark. So what we'll do is we'll take the burn. We're using the white on a black mask, and we're going to take the flow down to about 10% or so. And now we're going to just kind of lightly paint in there until we're comfortable with it. And another thing I do is right around the edge, there's always this black line, right? Well, we're going to make that more prominent. We're going to make this smaller, and we're just going to trace around that, excuse me, let's do that a little bit bigger. We're going to trace around that eye and give it some more contrast, and that's actually a little bit too much. You can see it's a little obvious there. So let's take that flow down to about 5%. Only for the eyes do I do it on a higher flow. so it's not too obvious. Ah, there you go. Perfect. Over here on this one, not too much needs to be done there. But we'll do it anyway, just for safekeeping. Uh-oh. Let's do that again. Sometimes it's easier to move in the other direction. If it's unnatural when you move it, don't worry, it's not set in stone. You can always go back and fix what you need. So there we have it. Simple. You can get creative with those eyes if you like. And since we have our burn open, now will be a great time to go through the dodge and burn. So we'll do that in the next video.